Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma
sambuddhassa. Namo tassa
bhagavato arahato samma
sambuddhassa.
Namo tassa
Bhagavato arahato
samma
sambuddhassa.
Today we will talk about what are the causes to increase the benefits of jhana. What are the causes to decrease the benefits of jhana or power of jhana? So there is one sutta named Janakābhivaṃsa Sutta, Janakābhivaṃsa Sutta. The donation with 6 factors. It is coming from Anguttara Nikaya. So based on one woman, lady devotees donation, the Buddha taught bhikkhus about the devotees' donation. In that donation, there are 6 factors. 3 are in the donor side, 3 are in the receiver side. So altogether, 6 factors. So what are the factors in the donor side to increase the power of donation, power of generosity? Number 1, before donating, being glad. While donating, having a clear mind means being glad, the same. After donating, being glad after donating. So altogether 3. So that means before, present time, after, having a donation mind. So arising continuously. So usually donating in time, we may have a good mind, clear mind. So before, may have or may not have. But if we have, it is better. So like when we do birthday donation, so we know our birth date. So before that day, we may think about the donations. So if so, we have this kind of mind before donating. So mainly after donating, so we need to think or reflect again and again that we have done in the past, that we have donated in the past. So if so, having again donation mind, having again. So donation mind arising again and again within us. If so, so many minds. If so, will produce so many benefits. So another 3 factors in a receiver's side. Receiver must be the one who has removed raga, lust, or who are practicing to remove lust. Number 2, must be the one who has removed anger, or who are practicing to remove anger. Number 3, must be the one who has removed the delusion, or who are practicing to remove the delusion. So there are 3 factors in the receiver's side. So to have removed lust, anger, delusion, only Janakābhivaṃsa Arahanta can be. So the other people not yet removed. But even that day, who ordained as a Samnera, that one is the one who is practicing to remove lust, anger, and delusion. So these are receivers factors. So because of our receiver, so our donation mind can be powerful. So can be powerful. So because of many mind before donating, after donating, so donation mind is a lot, and because of our receiver, so the power also strong. So strong and many donation mind will produce a lot of result, uncomparable result. So according to Sutta, is saying how much benefits we can get in a human life, in a divine life. So cannot say how much. Only can say asincheyo, uncountable, abameyo, unmeasurable. Mahapunya kando deva sinkangechati. Only we should count group of wholesomeness, aggregate of wholesomeness, great aggregate of wholesomeness. Only we can say in this way, like water in the sea, in the ocean. So you cannot say how much water tank. Only you can say there are a lot of water, unmeasurable, uncountable group of waters. In the same way, how much benefit in the human life, how much benefit in the divine life, we cannot count, we cannot measure. Only we can say that Mahapunya Khanda, a great aggregate of wholesomeness. So it is according to Sutta named Chalinga. So similar way of saying in the Jataka is coming from Mahadhamma Bala Jataka. And their relatives, people in the young time never die. So because of this, one person asked them what are the reasons not died in a young time. So what they say is they donate. Before donating, they are happy. After donating, they are happy. So while donating, they are happy. After donating, they not regret. So because of this, they didn't die in a young time in their relatives. So some of them presently benefit. So the same factors. Because of this, when we donate, so before, after donating time, we need to be happy. We should not have a regret. Dana is good. No need to be regret. So next one in the book, mentioning about benefits to be gained in the present life. Certainly benefits. So there are 4 factors to produce benefits to be gained in the present life. So, or certainly to gain benefits. Number 1 must be property gained righteously. Righteously gained property. Number 2, donating with charana or with faith. So a lot of charana, a lot of faith. Number 3, the receiver must be anagami, no eternal arhanta, who gain arhatship. Number 4, just emerge from the Nirodha Samapatti, cessation absorption. So if we have these 4 factors, we can gain a result suddenly. So what is the cessation absorption? That absorption, about that absorption, only non-eternal Arahanta can absorb. So Janakābhivaṃsa Arahanta has two types. One is with the jhana, one is without jhana. With the jhana, the person with the jhana can end the cessation absorption. So to end the cessation absorption, there are some early jobs, but mainly go into the first jhana and practice vipassana. Go to second jhana, practice vipassana. Go to third jhana, practice vipassana. In this way, until 8 have to do. After that, where cease the mind-born materiality will cease. Only the person staying with temperature-born, nutrition-born, karma-born materiality. No mind at all. Because of no mind, no object. So the mind ceases. Mind-born materialities like speaking, blinking eye, shaking body, those will cease. So it is a nirodha samapatti, cessation absorption. So to get to cessation absorption, you need vipassana, you need concentration. Have to go in both ways. It is different from phala samapatti, phala absorption. So to go into phala absorption, only you need to do vipassana. At the end, you will see nibbana as an absorption. So you are seeing nibbana. So because of this, to go to cessation absorption, we need samatha practice. We need vipassana practice. Only Anagami Arahanta can do. The other person cannot do. So if someone has a chance to donate those Anagami Arahanta who are emerging just from Nirodha Samapatti, if so, will get present result. In the Buddha time, like Mahadokada or Bona, so those people have this kind of chance. So next one, according to Dakina Vibhanga Sutta from the Majjhima Nikaya, to increase the power of benefits, power of donation. So the donor must have a sila with the faith, righteously gain the properties. So the receiver must be with morality. Or property righteously gained. Must have 3 kinds of chetana: before, after, and the present time. Number 5, must have faith, which is believing karma and karma result. So all are 5 factors. If there is 5 factors, so the donation can be pure, it can have a better result. So here one factor is saddha, faith, or believing, or confidence. So saddha is believing in right things, not wrong things. If we believe in right, it can be called saddha. But if we believe in wrong things, cannot call saddha. It is we call maichāti mokha, wrong decision. If we don't believe in right things, we have doubt. If so, it is called vicikicca, doubt, or one unwholesome factor. If we don't believe, if we know wrong teaching, if we don't believe wrong teaching, this is knowledge. So saddha is believing in right things. What are they? What are believable things? Buddha Dhamma Sangha, Sila Samadhi Panya, present, past, future, aggregate, and their connections. So those are believable things. Believable things. The more you do, the more you will believe. So those are right things. So another way to say is believing in donation, result of donation, good or bad, Dhamma practicing, improvement, thinking that there are people who improve in Dhamma by practicing in Dhamma. So there is a Buddha who can teach Dhamma. So in this way, if we believe, it is right, correct. So anyway, although you know clearly or not, although you can explain or not, if you happen to believe in right things, it is called saddha. It is called saddha. So some can explain logically, some cannot. But as long as they are believing in right things, it is beneficial. It is good. So Cyril in the book explain about the saddha. The literal meaning of saddha is the Dhamma which can bring well, which can keep well, like that. So the Dhamma which can bring well, which can keep well. So how to bring? Which can bring our mind to the right object. So if we have a faith, we can keep our mind, we can bring our mind to the right object. Let's say breathing meditation. So if we think knowing the breath is good practice, if so, we have power to keep our mind, to bring our mind there. But if you think there is no benefit by knowing the breath, if so, you will not able to bring your mind there. In the same way, like practicing 5 precepts. So if we believe 5 precepts is good, so if so, we can maintain to practice. If we cannot believe, we cannot maintain to practice. So because of this, saddha is something which can bring our mind to the right object. So like sometimes saddha is like a hand. Similarly, saddha is like a hand. If we have a hand, we can take everything. In the same way, if we have a faith, we can take any wholesomeness. Another way of saying is saddha is like a wealth. If you have a wealth, if you have money, whatever property you want to get, you can get. In the same way, there are many properties in the Buddha's dispensation. So, being rich of human life, being rich of divine life, if you have a faith, you can get. So, take care, you have observed your precepts, fulfill dana parami, etc. In this way, you can gain rich man of human or deva, like that. Because of this, saddha is a kind of wealth. So noble people trying to collect saddha, they think it is their wealth, better wealth. So next simile of saddha is like a seed. So if you have a seed, on the lower part will have roots, in the upper part will have a new leaves. In the same way, if someone with faith will practice sila, samadhi as a root, So we practice Panya as a leads. So those people will have a Sila Samadhi Panya, or will have Megaphala Nibbana as a attainment. So another similar sada is like a kind of jewel, a kind of ruby of universal monarch. Universal monarch have a kind of property which is called the ruby. So whatever water you have, you put that ruby, water can be purified, cleared. So in the same way, if we have a faith in our mind will be clear. So we are donating, but still happy. Mind is happy. We are doing a volunteer service, doing service for the others, but still happy. And the mind is still clear. In the same way, we are practicing Dhamma, body is tired. The mind is still happy to do that. So, in the same way, practicing 5 precepts, controlling our mind. But as long as we have a believing, we can continue, our mind is clear. Because of this, Sada is like a ruby, which can clear water. So as a result, whatever we do with the faith, our appearance can be better, even in the result in the present time. So according to Myanmar translation, we translate Yongji Mu. Sada is believing and clear, being clear. Believing and being clear. You believe and you are clear. You have a clear mind because of believing in right things. But if we believe in wrong things, believing but will not be clear. The mind will not be clear because it is unbelievable. So sometimes it works with the knowledge, can explain logically. It is better. But some people cannot explain logically. They believe based on something. So anyway, as long as they believe in right things, it is beneficial. It is good. Like worldly logic. If you believe someone, although you know, you don't know, if that person is correct, right, you will be beneficial. So how to increase our faith? So we should reflect the Buddha's qualities because those are right. If you do rightly, so the more you do, the more you will have a benefit. In the same way, reflect the Dhamma's quality, reflect the Sangha's quality, reflect all morality, recollect all morality, own qualities. So peacefulness of Nibbana, those in this way you can increase your faith. Next one, you should associate with people who has faith. So those people don't have to do evil, but want to do wholesome deeds very much. So should not associate, should avoid the person with the wrong view, and should incline to have a faith. Another thing is listening right Dhamma, right teaching. In the right teaching, they can explain together with the concepts, not just pushing to believe. So need to listen from time to time, noble Dhamma, right Dhamma. Need to associate with the noble ones or good people. Need to stay in the right place. Sometimes the place is also important. Some places, very bad condition, people has no faith. So fighting like that, cannot stay peacefully. So because of this, you need to stay in the right place. Also, you need to practice right Dhamma. Sometimes we practice Dhamma, but it is not right. If so, we will not improve in Dhamma. If we don't improve, later we will relinquish. We will not believe anymore. So because of this, need to practice Dhamma, which is the proper to the Dhamma. So, faith is well, faith is a hand, faith is a seat, faith is a ruby, which can clear water. Another one is faith is the best company. The best company. So sometimes as a practitioner, we have to stay alone. We have to sleep alone. We have to eat alone. But as long as we have faith, we believe we are not lonely. So we have a company all the time. So the other companies, friends, only they can follow sometimes, they can help sometimes. So they cannot help for the long samsara. They cannot help continuously. But faith is the best company. As long as we have a believing, we have a faith, it will accompany us. Because of this, being lonely is not because of just staying alone. So because of staying without faith. So having a good friend is good. But if we cannot find a good friend, we should stay alone. The Buddha said we should stay alone. So as long as we have a believing, so we may not be lonely. So this is about the faith. So by practicing right Dhamma, if you improve, if you can practice a Sila, you will believe more because it is a believable thing. Your mind will be more and more clear. So in the same way, if you practice concentration, you will gain some results. You will believe more. So after that, you will practice wisdom, panya. So at that time, you will understand the right things. So you will be able to remove your defilements. So mind is more flexible, comfortable. So at that time, you will believe more. So finally, the Dhamma is to be seen in the present life. Once you see like a Nibbana, so no more doubt about the Buddha, about the who can teach the Dhamma, about the Dhamma, because you yourself are seeing a Nibbana. About the Sangha, no doubt, because you yourself, one of noble person. So because of this, if we practice according to Dhamma, we will believe more and more. So Dhamma is to be shown, Dhamma is worthy to invite other people to be seen. Dhamma is to be brought in our body within us. So because of this, we need to practice right Dhamma to increase our faith. Okay, we will move to the next part. So next part is about the dana, how Bodhisattva reflect. How Bodhisattva reflect. So first of all, about the properties which we will donate. So to donate, so we need to have things. We need to have properties. So about the properties, what is Bodhisattva's reflection? Why he can relinquish easily? Why he can donate easily? Because of his reflection, his thinking, way of thinking. So properties are something being attached by many. It is a problem. We have a properties. Many people like it. Many people want to get. Because of this, sometimes rich place, like a rich country, is dangerous. So cannot be peaceful. In Myanmar also, we have some places which is very rich, with a lot of rubies or gold. Usually those places are not so peaceful. So someone want to gain like that. Always being a fault. So properties are like that. Something being attached by many. Because of this, the Buddha said, Mansa pe supama kama. Sensualities are like a piece of flesh, a slice of flesh, like birds or crows, trying to bring a piece of meat or flesh. So other crows fight that crow because of a piece of meat. In the same way, if we have properties, we cannot be free anymore. So properties is something good. It is useful. Normally not possible without that, but also have a lot of fault. So being attached by many people is a problem. Because of this, if you donate, you will gain chirana. That is more precious. Not being able to adapt. Not able to adapt by other people. So this is a Bodhisattva's thinking away. With this kind of thinking, he can donate. So something good, but also a lot of problems with the properties. Because of this, like the monks' rules, the Buddha arranged not just one piece, have to cut like 5 pieces or more than that, because the reason is that no thieves want to get because of small pieces. So if other people don't want to get, you can be peaceful. So in the same way, monks' bowl, monks' slippers, umbrellas, something different from lay people. So lay people may not want to use, may not like this kind of design. So, but it is good. You can keep your slipper everywhere, so no one want to take. So can stay peacefully. For the mind, it is good. So it is a kind of being clever, a kind of skill, how you should stay. So this is a kind of understanding about the properties. Next one. So properties are connecting with 5 enemies. Not just connecting with the owner, not just connecting with you. Connecting with 5 enemies. Usually mentioned. What are 5 enemies? Government, water, fire, thieves, bad inheritors. So they can destroy your properties. They can steal your properties. So although we are saying owner, really no owner, connecting with other people. This is the nature of property. So if we don't donate, we don't want to donate. If we are stingy, if they destroy, we cannot get anything. So we will be worried. Some people become mad. Some people become down. So it is because of property, killed by properties. So connecting with a lot of enemies, it is also a problem. So if we donate, no one can steal, no one can fight. It is really our property. It will protect us in the long samsara. This is another way of reflecting of a bodhisattva. Next one. Properties are the cause of argument. The cause of argument. So sometimes, because of property, country to country, argue each other. This is my land. This is your land. We cannot give this land to the other country and fight. A lot of people die. It is because of property. In the past, people are like that, but in the present, people are also like that. In the same way, in the future will be so. So in Myanmar, house to house, between the boundary, we have to fence, have to make very clearly. So if we cannot make, sometimes with some people, they slowly make it bigger and bigger. In the same way, farmland, houses. So because of this, the properties are not really good all the time. Sometimes it is the cause of argument. So many people argue with the properties. So quarreling, arguing, sometimes even need to relinquish lives. And next one, no essence, no stability, no being stable. So essence means for the Bali or Myanmar, it is the same as hardwood. In that tree, there is a soft wood covered by, surrounded by, there is a hardwood in the middle of tree. So the hardwood essence is useful, can use a long time. Many people like it. So, the meaning of essence, the meaning of hardwood is like that: useful, stable, staying a long time. Properties are not like that. So we have an iPad, phone, or computer, or housing. After some time, they destroy, disaster, or damage. Not really essence. Also, not stable. Many enemies because of property we have. So properties are not essence. No essence. But if we donate, we will gain Chirana, good mind. That will protect long samsara. So because of this, the Buddha say this body is no essence because of many diseases. Once the doctor say you have this kind of disease, uncurable. So our body no more useful. Because of this, if a noble one, if a good one, want to take essence from the body, do volunteer service. In this way, you can take it. In the same way, properties is also no essence because of 5 enemies we said above. So if we want to take essence or hardwood or useful things from the properties, we should do donation. In the same way, about the life, many people make a value a lot. Life is important, but life can finish every time, like a thunder shooting, electric shock, car accident, fighting, guns, shooting guns. So can stop at any time. So can finish any time. So harm value it is not really value. Although nobody killed, will die itself. So good people, they understand that life is not stable, no essence. So from the life, if we want to take essence, we should reflect. Life is uncertain. Life is impermanent, not stable. So if we reflect in this way, at least we can get a knowledge. That knowledge will lead to liberation, which is free from life, which is free from suffering. So because of this, about the properties, so Bodhisattva reflect no essence. Because of this reflection, his mind is different from other people, can donate easily, can donate, can make other people surprise. So different thinking way. Next one, to protect the properties, sometimes we need to harm others, even friends, even relatives. We cannot think about if we want to protect our properties. It is a problem. If we don't have properties, we can think of friend as a friend. We no need to think friend like enemy. So in the same way, relatives, inheritance. So we can love it. But if you have a lot of properties, so you cannot smile to everyone. So someone may want to take your things. So sometimes we have to harm. We have to stop other people to protect our properties. So properties generally is good, useful, but sometimes have a lot of danger. So harming like relatives, friends is not good. But if you have a lot of properties to protect, it is possible. You may need to do that. So because of this, properties are problem. So in the past, you may heard stories in the royal family, killing brother and sisters. So killing mother and father or uncles, and many because of properties. So why we don't have to donate? Why we should not donate? Properties sometimes have a problem. So people who understand well about that, they collect the stable one, flawless one. So they do perfection of generosity. Next one. So when a property destroyed, damaged, we have to worry. We have to cry. Many people have been crying, have been worried because of properties. When we gain, maybe happy, but have to worry to lose. So sometimes it is not stable. We lose properties. We have a worry. We have a crying. So some people even was dead, dying. So this is a problem of property. The Bodhisattva reflect. Next one, based on attachment towards the property. So we have a stinginess. So if we have a stinginess, it is approaching in a woeful state to reborn. So in the Buddha time, there is one bhikkhu. His robe is not good. Later, his sister arranged very good robe. The bhikkhu newly gained the robe and wear after some time. He keep it. So at that moment, he was dead. So he reborn as a a kind of insect in the head.
Flea, I said. Flea. Oh, lice. Sorry, it's lice.
No. So a kind of insects in the rope. So at that time, bhikkhus. So the rule of a bhikkhu, if one bhikkhu passed away with the properties are owned by Sangha in the monastery, so have to share. But the Buddha told them not to be shared yet, because that insect will last 7 days. After 7 days, you should share with the bhikkhus. So if not share, we'll be stingy again, we'll be born in a woeful state again. So sometimes we have properties, we attach to it, it is a problem. It can bring our life to the bad destination. So in this way, if we reflect, we can reduce attachment towards the properties. So, and because of this, the property has a lot of unbenefits, a lot of disadvantages. But only donation, if we can do, it is the cause of happiness, the cause of being comfortable. So Bodhisattva reflects in this way. Because of this, he can donate properties, he can donate his son and daughters and wives. He can donate everything, even his life. So different from other people's thinking. He understands the instability of properties, goodness of donation. Because of this, Bodhisattva is different from other people. Can fulfill generosity, can fulfill the perfection of generosity. So I think the time is up. So we should stop here. If there is a question, you can ask. After listening your question, I may know whether or not I can answer.
Thank you, Sayadaw, for your teaching today. I believe we have a little bit of time for Q&A, for questions.
Yeah, my name is Sayadaw. First question. In Nirodha Samabadi, is there still Bhavanga Chitta? And after, second part of the question, after attaining the Magga Phala, before attaining the Magga and Phala, he doesn't know what is Nibbana. So how to take Nibbana as object? So two questions. One is in Nirodha Samabadi, is there Bhavanga Chitta? Second, before attaining Magga Phala, one doesn't know what is Nibbana. So how to take Nibbana as an object in order to attain Magga Phala?
Okay. So first of all, about the Nirodha Samabadi. So if someone go into the Nirodha Samabadi, totally no mind, even Bhavanga mind, they don't have any mind seen. Because of this, no object. So only left temperature born, nutrition born, karma born materiality in the body. Even mind born materiality, they don't have. So next one is Nibbana is cannot be seen without having Magga Phala directly. But although we didn't see before, something we can believe because of some saying, because of surrounding things, because of believable saying, because of their explanation, like that. There are many things we haven't yet been seen. So, but some are believable, some we can decide. There is. So, because of this, there are many explanations. There are many ways to mention about the Nibbana. So, there are other saying of those teachers. So, if something we can believe, or many things that we can believe. If so, although something is cannot be seen, so we can believe. So to attain the Magga Phala, we don't need to see Nibbana. So the Buddha encouraged to see. So to see materiality. Materiality, to discern as a materiality. So according to Stikana, feeling as a feeling, Chaita as a Chaita, the other Dhammas as a the other Dhamma. If you reflect in this way, if you can discern in this way, when it is enough, you will see Nibbana. So to see Nibbana, you don't need to find the Nibbana directly, but you need to see the body as a body, feeling as a feeling, Chaita as a Chaita, the other Dhamma as a Dhamma. If so, if it is enough, you will see Nibbana. Those are ways to see Nibbana.
Thank you, Sayadaw. Another question is, Vandami Sayadaw, if a person willingly and sincerely offers his or her husband, wife, or children to the Buddha Sasana, supporting them to ordain as a monk or nun, is this also a kind of dana? And if the husband, wife, or the children are not willing to ordain, will this reduce the offerer's dana merits? And the second question from the same questioner is, if the parents offer their child to be a monk or nun, is it true that the parents will get the merits for future 7 lives? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
So dana is relinquishing your things to the receivers. So whatever you do in this way, it is called the dana. Although you are offering a wife and husband, the children, like that. So it is a kind of dana. Yeah. To ordain as a monk or nuns, it is another case. So one thing is to have a better life for them. So another thing, donations will go differently. So yeah, it is good. Generally, monks' lives, nuns' lives is good, but also not everybody can do in this way. Some are not suitable to be monk, maybe to be nun, because of their mind. So to manage other people, not easy. So what is their mind? How we should try to understand about the monk's life, the nun's life. So we also need to think, is it suitable for them or not? So in this way, we should encourage for other people, but for ourselves can. So next one, second one, what is it?
Yeah, if the parents
offered time to be monk, no. Is it true that the parents will get married for future 7 lives? So for future 7 lives is it is no. I think no. I find it hard to get married for the 7 lives by doing so. Although you say offering the child to the monks and nuns, actually mainly to improve their life. To be monks and nuns' life, if it is suitable, it is like the best life. So it is a kind of best supporting to the children. But we also need to consider what is their mind. Another thing is teacher bhikkhus. So some teachers has a lot of ability, a lot of power, so can guide other people to have a better life. Some are not much. So based on that, we need to do. Generally, monks and nuns' lives are much nearer to the attainment. So attainment is very good. Because of this, those lives are good. Doing in this way is good, we can say.
Thank you, Sayadaw. Next question. Vandami Sayadaw, it is very common that before doing dana, many donors are very busy preparing their offerings, be it food dana, dhamma dana, giving services, etc. Sometimes their mind may be very stressful and busy during that time. At the end, during the actual offering, their mind may not be so wholesome and pure. How should one make one's offering more pure in such situation? Could Sayadaw please give us some advices? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Yeah. Based on your condition, you should do different kinds of donations. So, for example, many people in Myanmar, they are staying in a house. So bhikkhus came to their house for alms food. So they donate. It is easy and daily activities. So also you don't need to do much. From the food you have cooked for yourself, for your family, some part of them they donate. So this is a kind of donation. So may not be in your country, but many places in Myanmar. So some are just one time. So offer to the kapiya, build chikuti. So you don't need to be busy. Only money you need to pay. So this is for the rich man. It is good. Some people don't have properties. Their job is not good. Not much salary they gain. If so, maybe they do volunteer service. It is a huge value to them. So, so in the same way, in a house, you may have a Buddha statue. So you may offer daily food. So this is a very good. So some teachers advise daily donations, like offering a Buddha in a house. So in an office. So this is not little everyday job. If you can do that, will have more benefits. So because of this, based on individual's condition, you should choose which kind of dana you need to do. You should do. So in this way, you can do. Another thing is yes, offering dana is very busy sometimes. But this job is the best of all. Sometimes we have to think, yeah, we are like that, but we have many jobs. Sometimes I have important jobs. Offering into the Buddha food is maybe let other people do, but it is the best job. Why you want to do the other jobs? So because of this, compared to other jobs, this job is the best. Why we need to worry? Why we need to regret? So we should give more times to the offering than other jobs. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Sayadaw.
Sayadaw, when we are doing offerings, and when we are doing dana, we feel unhappy. Akusala mind arise, and this type of dana will become inferior dana. So can we temporarily stop this dana so that when the mind is more pure in the future, when the condition is more favorable, then only we continue with the dana?
Yes, not to be so. You should arrange early. So if you can arrange early, another thing is that you should try to understand thinking away. You should try to understand the way of Dhamma. So how to deal with that? If so, will be okay. Why you have to have agusalas? So another way of thinking is dana with the agusala, but it is better than just agusala. So, or it is better than no dana. So we have to do. So you should do early preparing, early thinking, understanding in Dhamma. So I think I have a choice.
Okay. Thank you, Sayadaw.
Sayadaw, if a donor, when he do a Dhamma dana, for example, he says allow requisites, how many dollars. He did not say worth how many dollars. and the bhikkhu did not pay attention on these wordings and accept the donation. So does that consider accepting money without knowingly? And in this way, the Kapya accepts and keeps this type of requisites. So this requisite, would it become unallowable? For example, in a bucket of pure water, there is a drop of dirt. Then the whole bucket of water become polluted.
You may read again.
Okay, I'll simplify it. For example, if a donor donates the requisites to the bhikkhu by using unallowable wording, means he says allowable requisites, how many dollars, without saying allowable requisite worth how many dollars, without the word worth. So the bhikkhu, without knowingly, accept this requisite. Would that be considered unallowable? Means accepting money. So after accepting it, the Kapya kept these requisites. Would that become unallowable also, or would that contaminates the other requisites?
So first of all, if you use like money, so bhikkhu need to refuse. Surely. If you use properly like a requisite, bhikkhu can accept. It is a rule. But sometimes the people are not fully saying the words are like a no meaning, or there are many possible meanings. So, but that you say is an unallowable way. But the bhikkhu didn't pay attention. So, don't know that. Normally, should not be bhikkhu need to be careful. Need to be careful about those saying. So, if you don't know, based on I think his thinking, if he thought allowable requisites, so it will be fine. If he thought unallowable requisite, but he accepts, if so, it is not good. So, as a law, bhikkhu should not accept, should refuse if using unallowable ways. So normally should not accept without knowing. So if later he knows, so he should prepare. So maybe teach Kabbiya to do properly, or other time he refuses, like that. So as a conclusion, there's no good about the accepting. So donor or Kabbiya should change another way, another time of saying, or may take that one back again and may recite properly.
Second part of the question, Sayadaw, about this bhikkhu who accepts this unallowable way of Pavarana. He accepts this requisite and donates to another bhikkhu. And this another bhikkhu doesn't know about the origin of this requisite. So would that bhikkhu consider accepting unallowable requisite also? And
yeah. Bhikkhu, another bhikkhu also accepting unallowable requisite. It is sure. So, but laws are like that. Rules are like that. Sometimes only we can know the person is saying. So although he accepted in a wrong way, we don't know. So the way he said to me or to us is proper. If so, we accept. We don't know that. So maybe it is not allowable, but we don't know. Even in the holy life, we don't know. If so, those faults may not prevent our attainment. So in some way, it is no problem. But as a decision, it is unallowable. But who knows? So the receiver didn't know the whole life. So something like that. But if we know, we should change.
Mahayana bhikkhu and bhikkhuni, when they offer money to the Theravada bhikkhu, can they accept? Or from different lineage, when they are holding different Vinaya rules, so as long as their way of donation is allowable, can we accept the donation? Means from other lineage.
Yeah. So Theravada bhikkhu have their specific rule, have a clear saying how we should ordain. So how we should not ordain. It is valid or not valid. So have a clear teaching. Because of having clear teaching, if someone ordained in some other ways or different ways, we didn't consider those are bhikkhus. So because of this, those are not bhikkhus or bhikkhunis. If not according to our rules, so because of this, those are not bhikkhus and bhikkhunis. So as long as they say allowable ways, it is okay for the bhikkhus.
When Mr. offering fruits and food in front of the Buddha statue, is there any special requirement? For example, when to offer how long, and after offering to the Buddha statue, what to do with the fruits and foods? Can they be taken by the family member? And also, after offerings to the Buddha statue, these foods, is it allowable to be eaten?
So a Buddha statue is replacing like a real Buddha. You should think like a live Buddha. So your mind is similar to a live Buddha. Your kusala is the same, like offering Buddha. So because of this, you can do like offering bhikkhus or offering live Buddha. So in this way you can do. So based on that, you can do like hours, minutes. It is a proper way to do. So after offering the food, who will be eat? So according to Dakina Vibhanga Sutta, so who do service for the Buddha can take that food. So another thing is Sangha, who is the son of a Buddha. So Sangha is the son of the Buddha. So father's property can be used by the son. So there are two ways. So if someone wants to take that food, do service. So in this way, you can use those food.
So Vandami Sayadaw says that it's not good to have regret after dana. What is the karma if someone have regret after dana? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
So there is a rich man in a teaching, material rich man, stingy rich man. So he is very rich, but that he used clothing, very poor clothing, eating like 2 dishes only, rice and bean. So in the same way, vehicle, very low quality vehicle he used. So after he passed away, the king occupied his properties. So in the past, he has donated, so allowed to donate to his wife, but his wife have done donation a lot. He saw become very regret and stingy. So it is the result of that done. So mentioned in the teaching. So regret means in that case stinginess. So being rich, but cannot use the properties. You may see some people who are very rich, so but they cannot use properties. So they don't want to use. The man also cannot enjoy like that. So these are according to stories.
Thank you, Sayadaw. Thank you. Because of our time, if you have any more questions, please ask them in the future teaching sessions. May Sayadaw lead us in making aspirations and sharing merits, please. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Idam me punyam.
Idam me punyam.
Nibbanasa.
Nibbanasa.
Jayo.
Pacheyo.
Hodu.
Hodu.
Mama punya bhagam.
Mama punya bhagam.
Sabha sadanam.
Sabha satanam.
Vajemi.
Vajemi.
Desabe.
Desabe.
Me samam.
Me samam.
Punya bhagam.
Punyam bhagam.
Labandu.
Labandu.
Sadhu.
Sadhu. Sadhu. Sadhu.